Hello, and welcome to this presentation on smart warehousing. Accelerate efficiency with AI and mobile solutions. In this presentation, I will talk about how we can leverage SAP's cutting edge business technology platform to develop intuitive applications using AI and mobile solutions. So, let's look at a typical day in a warehouse. Let's first meet the actors. Firstly, introducing Grace, our warehouse receiving supervisor, who is responsible for supervising stock receipts, digitalizing receiving operations, and minimizing dock to stock duration, meaning the time it takes to put the stock away from the receiving dock into storage. Grace says that to speed up overall warehouse operations, I am looking for ways to automate creation of inbound delivery documents to speed up receiving and ways to optimize inventory storage through slotting. Next, let's meet Luke, our warehouse operations manager. Luke is responsible for promoting paperless operations, ensuring stock picking accuracy, and ensuring on-time delivery to customers. Luke says, to speed up overall warehouse operations, I need innovative mobile solutions which will help me to go paperless and drive system guided operations to ensure stock pick accuracy and on time delivery. Right, so let's see how we can help Grace and Luke. The first challenge that Grace and her receiving team faces is the creation of inbound delivery documents in the system to be able to receive the stock in the system. Currently, Grace and her team have to read the delivery documents that they get from the vendor, the delivery note, and then they have to feed that manually into the SAP system to create the inbound delivery. Hence, it's a very manual operation. Let's see the manual steps that Grace has to go through for creating a single inbound delivery. Firstly, Grace searches for a purchase order. She then clicks on the purchase order that is displayed by the system. She then adjusts the quantity on the purchase order depending on what she sees on the delivery note. So she is supposed to tally the items and quantities that are received on the delivery note against what she sees on the system and adjust the system accordingly. And finally, she has to press on create in delivery button, which will actually create the inbound delivery at the end. So as you can see, this is a highly manual process, which is error prone, right? Because the operatives are entering quantities manually and they may make a mistake. Imagine the operational complexity if we are talking about a lot of receiving docs and a lot of receiving operatives trying to interpret delivery documents and trying to feed them into the SAP system. Also, there is a lot of document variability in terms of different languages in which the delivery notes might be received or in different formats. And again, the receiving operatives are supposed to interpret all that correctly. This process, as you can imagine, is highly time consuming and requires extensive user training just to be able to onboard any new person into the receiving team before they can start. So what's the solution? So here's the solution. Westernaka has leveraged SAP's business technology platform to create a very intuitive app for reading vendor delivery notes automatically and create inbound delivery in the backend SAP system. So before I talk more about how this magic works, I'm going to show you a small demonstration of how the application works. Okay, so here's a look at the application. Let me first open it up on my phone. Here you can see two options, either to scan the document or upload it. I will choose to scan the document. I will read the delivery note. Once the delivery note is read, the system calls SAP's Document AI solution to interpret the data from the delivery note and feed it to the backend S/4HANA system to create the inbound delivery. So, in a few seconds, SAP's comes back with the result and the inbound delivery successfully created. You can see the information about the items and the quantities that have been created successfully as part of this inbound delivery. Moreover, on the second tab, you can check all the delivery notes that have been uploaded to the system along with the timestamp and who uploaded them. Right, so you saw that this method of creating inbound deliveries is so much faster than the manual method. It takes mere seconds to create the inbound delivery versus the several minutes that it might take to create a single inbound delivery manually. It greatly reduces human errors, and it offers multi-language and multi-format support so that operatives don't have to interpret the delivery note anymore. They can just scan it, and finally that information will go to SAP's document AI system, which will read all the relevant fields and create the inbound delivery accordingly. And of course, it greatly reduces the need for user training and for onboarding new users to the receiving team. Okay, so what's the arsenal that we are using here to create this kind of application? There are two pillars to this solution. The first pillar on your left is SAP Document AI. SAP Document AI is embedded within SAP's business technology platform that I mentioned earlier. It provides multilingual and multi-format support. Moreover, most importantly, it goes beyond OCR technologies that are currently available in the market. What this means is that SAP Document AI makes the data more context aware about your overall business context, which helps it to validate the data and identify anomalies in the delivery notes that might have been received. Moreover, it lends itself very well to continuous learning and improvement based on any changes that might happen in the documents that were received. It's highly scalable, and of course, it provides enterprise-grade security and compliance, which is absolutely crucial to make sure that your data is exposed in a limited manner to the AI models. The second pillar is SAP Build Apps on your right. This solution is also inherently embedded within SAP's business technology platform. The Build Apps allows us to build highly intuitive applications using a low-code, no-code framework. It offers enhanced user experience. It has native iOS and Android support. It integrates seamlessly with SAP's S/4HANA ERP system in the backend. It has built-in automation with AI. It, of course, provides enterprise-grade security and authorizations, which is absolutely fundamental for applications today. And very interestingly, it also provides offline capabilities for using the apps in cases where network connectivity might be poor in warehouses. Right, so let's go to the second challenge that Grace faces in her overall receiving and inbound operations. Now, Grace says that given the real-time demand situation and seasonality of a product, what is the best storage bin for the product that has been received? Introducing slotting with machine learning and enabled by SAP EWM, which is Extended Warehouse Management. Now, slotting is a method of classifying products such that they go into their most appropriate locations, or they are put away into their most appropriate locations. Why do we do this? Well, obviously, to enable a much faster picking operation later on. Slotting with machine learning uses multidimensional analysis based on value of the stock, volume or the number of delivery lines, seasonality of products, availability, and variance in demand with user set criteria and weightages. There is a lot of flexibility in how you can select orders between open orders and demand forecast. And what's more, you can run a simulated workload of the potential rearrangement that might be needed to move stock around to have all products put away in their most optimal location. The obvious benefits of this solution is that it reduces the total cost of inventory by leveraging machine learning for more efficient stock management. It accelerates time to value by using ready-to-train models, easily adjusting pre-delivered models or building custom models to fit your specific needs. Moreover, it lets you optimize product placement with intelligent machine learning driven slotting to improve warehouse efficiency and support for faster order fulfillment. Okay, now let's look at the third challenge, and this time we're going to go to our next warehouse operative, and that's Luke, our warehouse operations manager. Now, Luke and his team work in a warehouse which is a legacy warehouse which uses manual paper-based operations for picking. So in this kind of typical warehouse, they print off a fulfillment pick list, as you can see on the screen, and they hand it to multiple pickers who can go and pick the stock based on what they see on that sheet of paper. Now you can already see that this process is more time consuming than using, let's say, a mobile solution. It's highly error prone because the operatives might pick quantities different than what's indicated on the pick list. This solution can lead to inefficient pick paths because the pickers may not respect the order in which they're supposed to pick. And of course, this process is highly paper intensive, which is not really good for the long-term sustainability of the business. So what's the solution? Here, a system like SAP EWM can really help you to waive customer orders, create pick tasks, and package those pick tasks into optimal work packages which can be assigned to all the resources in your warehouse. Typically, these resources are working with handheld guns and they get continuously fed these work packages so that they can continue picking with the most optimal pick path. Now, traditionally, in warehouses, operatives have used bulky handheld RF guns. Today, I want to introduce you to a device offered by Zebra called Zebra WS50. This device is highly ergonomic and easy to use and is a big improvement over handheld RF guns. Let me show you how it works. So, I want to show you the Zebra WS50 device. As you can see, it fits quite snugly onto my hand and it's very ergonomic because it frees up both my hands for picking up stock and boxes and doing overall operations in the warehouse. It has a button here to enable scans and it has a mobile screen which integrates pretty well with SAP EWM. In a minute, I'm going to show you a demo of how this device actually works and how it can enable your picking operations. So first of all, I will scan my credentials, my username and password. Now I'm logged in. Next, I will scan my resource ID that is assigned to me in the warehouse. Next, it tells me that there are some warehouse tasks available for me to pick. So I will click on the confirm button to start picking. Here, it tells me to go to a particular bin and pick a particular product by scanning the barcode of the bin and the product. So firstly, I will scan the bin barcode. Next, it tells me to scan the product barcode and pick up 2 pieces of that product. Now let's say I scan the wrong product ID by mistake. It immediately tells me that it was the wrong barcode and it shows me an image of the correct product that needs to be picked. So going back to the previous screen, now I will scan the correct product barcode. I will then confirm the quantity of 2 eaches that I have picked. Now that pick task is getting confirmed, and finally it asks me to confirm the destination bin and destination HU details. HU here means handling unit in the parlance of EWM. So first I will confirm the destination handling unit and then I will confirm the destination bin, which in this case is the GI zone or the goods issue zone. All right, I'm done with my pick task. Next, it tells me that I can get more warehouse orders because there are more in the queue. So I can continue picking this way. So, I hope you found that interesting. This kind of solution is based on two main pillars. Of course, it is a mobile solution which provides system guided operations. There is system guided picking with optimal work packages, like I mentioned earlier. It greatly increases picking accuracy, and it lets you have real time inventory updates. Moreover, you can monitor the performance of your resources on a continuous basis, and it helps you to do intelligent workload distribution. On the other side, it's an innovative wearable technology which allows hand-free operations. It's highly ergonomic because it frees up both your hands to pick up boxes and to pick up products and move around in the warehouse. It's very easy to use. As you saw earlier, the interface is really easy and intuitive to use. Hence, users can adapt to it really fast, and you can very easily and quickly deploy it in your warehouse, and especially you can onboard new team members really quickly by training them on this kind of device. What's more, it also lets you monitor real-time KPIs for monitoring the performance of your workforce. Right, so what's the next challenge that is faced by Luke, our warehouse operations manager? Okay, so Luke says, given the current customer delivery and carrier pickup schedules, is it possible to replan my pick sequence and pick paths dynamically? Absolutely, it is possible with pick path optimization with machine learning and SAP EWM. Let's see how this works. There are two parts to it. The first part is all about pick order grouping using machine learning based on several criteria, a few of which could be storage location, proximity of the different pick tasks, the delivery and carrier pickup deadlines for each order, and product characteristics and affinities, meaning some products might be sold commonly with others, and so you want to combine them in the same work package and pick them together. The second part of the solution is using the warehouse layout data to calculate the shortest or most efficient pick path possible based on the aisle directions, the congestion zones, and the picker start and end points. Now, the obvious benefits of this solution is a higher overall productivity gain with reduced walking times, a lot of cost savings, lower overall congestion in your warehouses and smoother operations, real-time adaptability and intelligent task sequencing, which overall leads to enhanced customer fulfillment and improved order accuracy. Right, so I've talked to you a lot about challenges that our warehouse operators face and the innovative solutions we can build to help them. SAP is committed to promoting intelligent warehousing with its suite of products, including AI products which could be built on SAP's business technology platform. Moreover, Westernacre, as an SAP Gold partner, is also committed to building innovative applications using SAP's business technology platform. Okay, so firstly, let's see how you can leverage SAP's business AI portfolio. Introducing Joule, a co-pilot that truly understands your business. Joule is SAP's conversational assistant, which will be embedded across your business portfolio, right from the cloud ERP and supply chain management to human capital management, spend management, and customer relationship management. All these AI capabilities will of course be embedded in SAP's business technology platform. The AI capabilities will be enabled by the AI Foundation. SAP partners with market-leading cloud and AI model providers to provide the best-in-breed AI solutions to our customers. Let me show you an example of how your warehouses could be transformed with Joule. Luke, our warehouse operations manager, could ask Joule show me the overdue outbound deliveries, and help me adjust the labor plan to assign more pickers where necessary. So what does Joule do? Joule shows a list of overdue outbound deliveries with missing items and quantities. It analyzes the labor availability and task prioritization throughout the warehouse. And finally, it recommends adding pickers from other areas to your outbound operations. Now, you will hear a lot more about Joule in other presentations throughout today. So I will not emphasize more on this, but I'll go to my next slide. So, Westernacre is committed to warehousing innovation using SAP's technology stack. Why Westernacre? Well, we provide a holistic approach right from strategy through implementation and go live. We not just design supply chain processes, but we implement the technologies to enable you to execute those supply chain processes. We have huge experience of both manual and automated warehouses, and we tailor the solutions according to customer demand. Thereby, we address process, technology, and people for getting the optimal and sustainable results. Our Westernacre USP for you is that we bring holistic end-to-end thinking to the table along with cross-industry expertise and best practices. We have accelerated time to value packages which help you to realize a much speedier implementation of your SAP solutions. We have deep specialization in all the major industries and domains. And of course, we have a customer-centric approach which is enabled by our innovation focus. Now, some of the things that we have invested in innovation in the past and we will continue to invest in the future and what our customers can benefit from are indicated on the right-hand side. Firstly, you have mobility. I have shown you some examples of that earlier in the presentation. Internet of Things, augmented reality and wearables, drones, supplier collaboration, product availability analysis, warehouse analytics for reporting, and finally robotics and automation for your automated warehouses. So as you can see, Westernacre innovates continuously and is committed to helping you realize your goals and making your warehouse operations more efficient. How can we help you? Let's work together. Thank you.